Alright, cool. So, I'm really glad I could go live. I couldn't go live yesterday. I hadn't posted a video for so long that it had put a freeze on my account or something, so I had to take 24 hours. But anyway, we are live. So, I'm going to be doing live streaming because we don't have internet, and of doing a video, not having any editing software, uploading it to my computer, trying to get somewhere with internet and uploading it, I figured I might as well just do a live stream. You're going to get me unfiltered anyway. I'm going to adjust this a little bit. There we go. Um, I'm going to try not to say a lot, no guarantees. So, the idea behind this is I am currently unemployed, unfortunately. I've had to leave my last two jobs, one in August and one just on the 9th or 10th of January due to health reasons, both physical and mental health. So I thought while I'm looking for work and doing all this other stuff, I'm also doing a lot of self care, kind of mindfulness, art stuff, and I want to start some new adventures. And to do that, I need to get used to talking to people, talking in front of people, possibly talking to a camera. So I figured this would be a kind of a good way for me to start getting used to that. For the first thing that I want to start is called brain dump. That's kind of what it sounds like. I'm going to be talking about topics that interest me, new crafts that I want to start, a new project. Ones that I have in mind is my husband and I want to start or are starting a LARP and he wants to do it this summer. I don't think we quite have enough time to get it all around and ready because we have to find location and everything. So I'm shooting for summer 2020. It's going to be a wizarding school where myself, my husband, and a bunch of our actor friends, because we work for a local haunted house, we know a bunch of local actors. Even outside of the haunt, we know actors. So we're going to be putting on a wizarding school event. And so we are currently getting a lot of our props, our characters, backstories, different things ready for that LARP. And so LARP stands for live action role play, by the way, if anybody does not know. As Momo O'Brien says, it is the adult version of make believe. The biggest difference is you kind of have an idea going into it, who you are, what you're doing. It's a lot of improv, it's a lot of having fun with a group of people, but you have kind of a backdrop and a character setup going into the world, whatever that world is. I highly recommend checking out Momo O'Brien here on YouTube, as well as the LARP House. Those are the two that really got me excited because I have almost no experience LARPing. My LARP experience is very, very minimal and limited, but my husband has done two LARPs, one that went for like 4 years, another went for 5 years, not like constant, but they would get together and periodically and continually continue the LARP. So that's one. I'm also a social worker by education. I have my limited license. I'm working on getting my full licensure, but I might come and talk about mental health, self-care. Mindfulness is my big thing. I love talking about mindfulness. It's a huge thing right now and kind of always has been. I love talking about it, sharing it, uh, discussing self-care. It's a big thing for me right now. With my mental health, I was diagnosed back in June of 2018 with severe clinical depression. And I think a lot of that came from lack of self care. I was doing self care, um, but I don't think I was actually addressing a lot of things that were coming up. My forte, or however you want to say it, I have been working in trauma crisis phone lines. I worked at the YWCA for a while. My forte for quite a while, for many years, was trauma and crisis intervention and things of that nature. And I think unfortunately that led to burnout. And I've only been out of school for 3.5 years. I graduated in 2015, August, November-ish, 2015. And look at me now, I'm unemployed! Yay! At least this time talking about it, I'm not crying. This is take 2. I did film a video. It was really long. And my phone has such limited space on it, it wouldn't even let me upload it to YouTube. So, take 2, live. We're doing it live now, so I might as well just get used to it. So that's kind of the idea behind Brain Dump. I also, one of the first things I'll probably brain dump is talking about a one-woman show I kind of want to do, but that's also connected to my LARP character. So I'm excited about that. So the next thing I want to do is crafty time. I'm a nerd. I work with a lot of kids, or I have in the past, and so I thought it would be kind of fun and silly to call it crafty time instead of crafting time. You gotta embrace your inner kid and have fun and just do whatever. So once I figure out a setup that I can do where I can actually have my phone over, because my table is right here, and I have my phone here set up on actually 2 different versions of Munchkin. Great board game, by the way, if you've never played it. Absolutely love Munchkin. And excuse me. Oh, there we go. So I have it set up on 2 Munchkin games, and then our D&D canister that's got some of my cards and my dice and stuff. That is holding it up right. So I've got kind of a non-fancy rig for my current setup. My husband has some ideas, but we are obviously very limited in funds, so we shall see what happens. So crafty time is exactly what it sounds like. I love doing crafts. I love being creative. I love drawing, doing, what is it called? I always forget something when I do these. I love doing mixed media, which one of the people I've really been enjoyed watching on YouTube and looking at his Instagram is Mike Deakin Art. And Deakin, I believe, is spelled D-E-A-K-I-N. He does some really cool spreads, and I like watching his process, and he's the one that made me realize I can use baby wipes to like blend stuff, which for me, I was like, holy cow, I've been wetting paper towel. Why I didn't think to use baby wipes. Anyway, so I like watching his stuff a lot, and he does, for the most part, in time videos. Like, he'll speed up processes, but you'll see him actually do a chunk of it real time. That's the word I was going to say. And all my stuff's going to be real time, so it's going to be me gabbing a lot, probably not very organized. I do circle a lot, so I'll probably come back to the point, but no guarantees it's going to be linear at all. But to give you an idea, this is something I've been working on. I'm just going to wrap it back up so you can see what it looks like. Come on. There we go. So this is a tutorial from Nick the Booksmith on YouTube. And it's Nick N-I-K the Booksmith on YouTube. I'm a YouTube junkie. This should not be a surprise. I keep looking at my picture instead of you guys. Sorry, that's going to take a little while to get used to because you're just a dot. Like I said, one of the things I need to get used to. So this is something really cool that I thought was fun. So this is just goes around like that, and I made everything. This is a file folder. We went to Office Depot, I think, and got a really cheap, their brand 25 pack for $8, and saw her video. She's got a couple different videos using file folders that I thought were pretty nifty. And then I hand cut the circles because I don't have a circle punch right now, and I got some grommets for some leather work that I planned on doing, but this was good use for it too. So then it opens up, and it's intended for like mixed media, junk journal kind of thing, for all your ephemera, your photos, your all sorts of different stuff. So you could stick different stuff in here. I put it too low down there. I didn't really need it. And I kind of did the corner. She had something else over here, I think. But just a lot of fun. And I'll show you, I've been playing around. I made 5 more yesterday. And so I've been playing around with scrapbook paper. And this is just a big pocket. And then I thought, well, wouldn't it be fun if I could do something down here and block that kind of ugly piece there. So I put a little, oops, there we go. I put a little cover on it because it's going to go upside down. So that's been a lot of fun. That's something I'll probably work on. You guys, I also like doing different drawings and pictures. This is something I did with gouache and pan pastels. Let's see if I can get a little closer. So the windows are are gouache, and then I put a glittery pan pastel over it because it's supposed to be stained glass. So I tried to give it that effect. And then the dark red bricks. There we go. The dark red bricks here are also gouache, and then the lighter bricks are pan pastel along with the ivy that I tried to do. So that was a lot of fun to do. I don't know where all my other stuff is, so I'm not going to show you. But yeah, my sewing machine's broken right now, which makes me so sad. I love sewing, but I still need to finish my cape for my character and a bunch of other stuff, so I'm hoping to try and fiddle with it because we don't have enough money to get a new sewing machine. So I am hoping, because I took it to a guy who did free consultations, which was amazing, and he kind of explained how it goes to the back, and there might be a gear thing here, or it might be something over here. So I'm going to take off the front of the chassis, the case, whatever you want to call it. Kind of fiddle with it because it's a simple singer. It cost me less than $100, and I wanted to get another one for $110. Normally runs for $140, but we didn't have the money. Priority is keeping our car and paying rent right now, because we already had to have our internet shut off because we couldn't pay it. I'm not paying my credit card bills or any of that other fun stuff. So joy. Speaking of self-care, God. So anywho, for this series, for this series, 2 different series, I just thought it'd be fun just to kind of talk to the camera. Everything's going to be done live, so it's going to be a stream of thought, in the moment, and just something fun I would do. I don't have a lot of subscribers right now. I have not been active for a very long time. But I am quite active on Instagram. So if you're interested, it's the same name on here, Danielle TDG, all one word. If you look for me, I also go under Shiny Expressions, 2 words. That is my Etsy store name. I have not been super active on Etsy either, just with my health issues and now my sewing machine breaking. I haven't been able to do a whole lot except what I just showed you, the kind of booklet thing. I also do bookbinding and lots of stuff like that, but I absolutely love sewing, so it's kind of sad. But if you guys have any ideas, things you want me to talk about or things you want me to craft, like if you go check out my Instagram and you see something, I can totally willing to, once I get a setup for the crafty time, because it's all my art and my crafts and that sort of thing. Once I figure out a setup, we can start filming that and going live on my kitchen table, because that is also my arting table. Focus. Okay. But yeah, I have another D&D little minifigure because I got a 2-pack for my character. And so I want to paint my other character, so I might do that on crafty time. I don't know. So yeah, ooh, here's a giant one my husband has been painting. Let's see if it will actually, oh my goodness. Why won't you focus? That's a little better. So this is my husband's troll that he's been painting for our campaign. So he'll come in at some point. And then he's got goblins and all sorts of little tiny little characters. So, and then we have spiders that are going to be coming in at some point. Fun little spiders. We have half of our D&D stuff set up next to me, so just kind of looking at it. But I think that'll wrap it up for today. But I just want to thank you if you made it this far. I would really appreciate if you left a comment. If you liked this format or have any suggestions, feel free to hit the like button, leave the comments, suggestions, critiques down below. I just ask, be nice. There's no need for being a shit. I know we're not supposed to swear, but that's who I am. So thanks so much, and I hope you have a fabulous day.